The Society of St. Vincent de Paul is a name known around the world, a trusted organization with huge scope and a long history.
St. Vincent de Paul dates back, to 175 years, and its roots are in 142 countries, and in the United States there's about 700,000 active Vincentians.
Vincentians are the volunteers who formed the backbone of this charity, started all those years ago.
The founder of the society was a young man named Frederick Ozanam, and he was a 20-year-old college student at the Sorbonne in Paris in the early 1800s. And Paris, France at that time was just in chaos. Poverty was endemic.
Ozanam was challenged by others to put his Catholic faith in action and go directly to people in need.
With this 20-year-old young man who was full of enthusiasm and deep faith in God, and 4 or 5 of his friends, they began visiting the poor in Paris. First of all, they brought themselves. They brought some compassion, and finally they brought some physical clothing or food or firewood at the time. But that's how the society began.
Ozanam named his outreach after St. Vincent de Paul, a venerated Catholic priest of the Middle Ages who dedicated his life to the poor.
The mission of St. Vincent de Paul's is very pure and very clean. It's to go and find the poor and serve them wherever they are.
And that's in so many places, in so many ways. Many people simply aren't aware the society is way more than thrift stores.
The thrift stores are part of our mission. They serve our financial needs greatly, but we are far larger than that.
St. Vincent de Paul, this is Tanika. How can I help you?
We are the gateway for when people need assistance. They call our helpline.
How many people is the food for?
200 calls a day flood in. A stressful job for helpline staff.
And how many people live at your address, ma'am?
Lisa estimates helpline calls have gone up around 30% over the last few years.
And there's also the new poor that don't know where to turn. They call us when all hope to them is gone, and then they find out there's St. Vincent de Paul.
The need is relentless. Sometimes we can help with direct service, sometimes we can help with referrals to other services, and sometimes all we can really help with is an ear to listen and a kind word.
Within days, St. Vincent de Paul assigns volunteers to make personal visits to callers. These home visits are considered the very heart of the society.
There is no service that I know of that goes into that many homes to listen to the poor and to their needs and to go there face to face.
So we're going to see Charlene tonight. She's been a client of St. Vincent de Paul for a number of years. Beth and I have seen her on and off pretty regularly for the last couple of years. She's got 2 daughters, one daughter who lives with her and a grandchild that lives with her, and then another daughter and another grandchild that live in the South End. She's had a host of medical issues. She usually does not have enough money at the end of every month to cover the basic necessities, food, electricity, and rent.
And when I opened it, it said disconnect notice. And so I was like, my heart just dropped. And
Beth and Tom Newman check in with Charlene regularly. She's right there in their own neighborhood.
1 block away from people who are doing really well are people who are dealing with rent issues, people who are dealing with medical issues, people who are dealing with figuring out how to live. And you can sit down with somebody and really help them.
I don't feel like they're just, these strangers coming into my house to help me out. I consider them my friends. When I say I love them, I mean it, because that's what they've shown me, and I appreciate that.
Trying to figure out what you've done, and
I've been without lights here, and it was really hard because when my lights got shut off, I feel like I let my daughter down. There's nothing worse than not being able to take care of your home. They gave that last little bit that I needed to get my lights turned back on. And so when I say grateful, I'm grateful. I am truly grateful for St. Vincent because they've been a blessing to me, truly a blessing.
How's life going for you, Leo?
St. Vincent de Paul is committed to a deeper, more systematic approach to helping the poor that goes far beyond groceries and utility relief. Some clients with chronic needs are placed in the Society's unique case management program.
We work with people up to a year and a half, recognizing that to really turn one's life around is a long-term project.
The goal is self-sufficiency. Case management helps people with criminal backgrounds, mental health issues, job loss, housing challenges, and addictions.
They're trying to get out of poverty, trying to take ownership of their lives and make a new start. And we're facilitating that new start.
Case managers use a key treatment method called cognitive behavioral therapy.
Essentially what that is really helping people establish healthy thinking patterns that helps readjust how they identify themselves in the world and how they navigate the challenges that we all face in this world.
I was at the bottom.
Harold Thompson is a veteran who suffered for years from post-traumatic stress disorder. Untreated, his problems led to addiction, homelessness, and despair. Without help, he believes
I'd be dead, honestly. I was at my wit's end. I didn't care about anything or anyone. If I hadn't come to St. Vincent de Paul, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now.
Today, Harold is off the streets, in recovery, and progressing through therapy.
It's helped me to open up and talk with someone about things I thought I would never talk to anyone about. And it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
St. Vincent de Paul is the way to get help if you want help.
Mary London came to St. Vincent's after years in prison. She says the society changed her life.
I love myself. I love the person I am. And I love the people that God have put in my path and put in front of me for me to better myself.
793. It may seem hard to believe, but hunger is a common and urgent problem in Seattle. The motto at the St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank is "Everyone eats today."
I have a part-time right now. I'm not making money right now.
Twice a week, the St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank opens its doors, feeding 1,000 people.
The state of Washington is the 11th hungriest state in the nation.
It's a nice help for me, for my family too.
Nearly all the workers here are volunteers, and everyone coming through the door is treated with dignity and respect.
Like some milk? You feel good about yourself, and that's why I just keep coming back, because I love it.
Did that squeeze a little bit?
Yet another service here, a volunteer nurse who does health assessments.
If we're abnormal at all, we would want you to take this and show his doctor, but it's just fine. It opens my eyes to see what's really out here and what the needs are of a lot of these populations.
So what you have for us today?
Got a couple of desks here.
All right.
And there's a chair.
The community at large supports St. Vincent's with their donations. The treasures are sold at 5 area thrift stores.
It's great bargains and a good cause.
The thrift stores are kind of our face to the public. The stores are a support system, not the basic thing we are. Helping people person to person, face to face is what we are.
Unfortunately, the demand for services continues to rise. But St. Vincent de Paul is answering that call with a progressive future vision. The Society is rapidly expanding its programs and partnerships.
Chief Seattle Club and St. Vincent de Paul have started a new partnership where one of their case managers will be coming down to Chief Seattle Club. They will be interacting with our members, providing services that St. Vincent de Paul offers over at their site, but now it'll be offered on site at Chief Seattle Club.
That's one way to reach people in need. The other is the creation of new community social service centers in the thrift stores.
So our vision is to build services within our stores, to take many of those folks who are in the community already and say to them, we hear you, we listen to you, we're present to you in your homes, and we want you to know that this service is now going to be provided in our stores, where you can come in and get a health screen, or you can come in and get mental health referral, or you can come in and get some type of legal assistance. We want to build a variety of services that the people in our community are in need of. So our vision is to have a whole continuum of services, from our helpline to case management, to our food banks, into our communities where we serve thousands of people every day.
Besides its unique outreach, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul is strategic and cost-efficient. Consider these facts.
You can be assured that your financial contribution will be maximized in terms of its utility.
For nearly a century now, St. Vincent de Paul has had enormous impact on hundreds of thousands of families in the Puget Sound region. But the organization won't rest until everyone in trouble knows where to turn, and everyone who has lost their way gets a hand up. Who knows? The next person in need could be you.
The Society of St. Vincent de Paul has changed my life, and it's a life worth changing.